get all the support
and the best of preparation.
Sounds like a popular line. We hear that a lot.
A lot. Yes. But of course, if you have to look at the integrity of Bolaji Abdullahi,
exactly,
you want to say that he's a man of his words, and oftentimes he has
he's a man that it seems to be a man that understands what he talks about.
Absolutely. So by virtue of that, I just want to believe him on this, and of course, we just hope that the athletes will get adequate preparation. The last time out, we struggled to actually get medals. We got about 2 medals or thereabout, but we didn't have any gold medals.
This time in Glasgow, we are hoping it's going to be better.
Yeah,
the competition will take place on the 23rd of July to the 3rd of August. Well, like I said earlier, the sports minister was here yesterday. We cornered him, asked him a whole lot of questions. Let's allow you listen to his reaction, what he had to say about Nigeria's preparation for the Commonwealth Games. Then we come back for more on Sports This Morning.
If you go to Abuja Stadium now, you find the athletes camped there under the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. This is about the first time that you will find athletes already in camp for a competition that will take place towards the end of next year. You get what I'm saying? So that itself communicates the seriousness with which we are taking this. That's why we are not taking everybody, and I made it clear to them. Over 2 days, the Federation President and their team came to Abuja and they made presentations. If we're not convinced that you are going to win something, you will not go to the Commonwealth Games. And that's why we're taking only a few number of sports, not more than 5 or 6. And it will interest you to know that we are taking shooting to Commonwealth. Because they had a good plan. They convinced us that they are able to do something. So we're going to go to the Commonwealth Games to participate in shooting. Table tennis will go. Wrestling, boxing, weightlifting, and athletics will be at the Commonwealth Games.
Welcome back. What you can take from what you just heard, it's not going to be a jamboree. It's not going to be an all-comers affair. We're going to be participating in 6 sporting events, according to the sports minister, and of course, shooting. I don't know. I don't know, but the association seems to have a good plan, and the sports minister is it. But of course, if you want to get a full gist, we call out the sports minister. He reacted to a whole lot of issues, and we'll bring to you the full package on Sports Tonight. Everything and anything, any question you can think about to ask the sports minister of Nigeria, and he responded to all. So later, that's why you don't have to miss Sports Tonight today. So later tonight we'll bring that to you. But you were going to say something.
Shooting.
Forget about the shooting. But of course, I know that before the minister can allow us to go to the Commonwealth Games and participate in such an event, the groundwork must have been done.
Yeah, the groundwork must have been done. But of course, I really have my reservations about that. The other sports I talked about, yes, I have my doubts. You talk about wrestling, fortress, boxing, weightlifting, and athletics. These are our strong points when it comes to athletics, or when it comes to sporting events generally. So for me, I think with everything he has said, if preparation, we're able to begin preparation in earnest, and of course get our athletes prepared for this tournament, we can at least get some medals.
Okay, let's leave the Commonwealth Games and come to Lagos now and talk about the squash classics. Well, we've been monitoring it, and of course today is at the semi-final level, and one thing that gladdens my heart is that all of these classics seem to be recognized by the continental bodies, the world governing body of each of the sports. And then again, I'm hoping that Nigerians will get to do well at this competition. So that's all about the squash classics, and hoping that we will get to see more of Nigerians participate in top quality events such as this. All right, let's move away from squash and talk about the king of sports, and that's football. Let's talk about the home-based Super Eagles. Preparation will start anytime soon for the African Nations Championship, and the boys will go to camp, and well, South Africa has been a good hunting ground. Maybe maybe in January, February, maybe we might just be coming back with a trophy.
Yeah, we are actually going to be participating in a chant for the first time, and who says we can actually win it for the first time with good work being put up by the chief coach of the side, talking about
Stephen Keshi.
You want to say that the Eagles, the home base Eagles, stand a very good chance of actually winning the. But
some of them are already in the A squad.
Yes, so some of them are already there, and some of them have tasted action. Remember, it took a bunch of home base players for that international friendly against Jordan, despite the fact that they lost by a long goal, and he was able to test some of the players even against the former world champion, yes, against the Azuris of Italy, which for me is a very good one. But of course, Yemi, what I really have by my reservation is the fact that the league has not started, and you know, this championship.
We'll talk about that.
January.
We'll talk about that later. I know you're restraining yourself from saying nobody's happy. Nobody's happy that the league has not started, but a whole lot of issues need to be sorted out before the commencement of the league. But since we talk about Keshi, let's also talk about the captain of the team, Joseph Yobo. Is in the news. He's saying, look, whatever has happened between me and the big boss is over now, and I think that's a good one.
It's a very good one, and I hope that this is actually real. Because
I hope so too.
We've heard, and nothing seemed to have happened. But you really have to look at the fact that Joseph Yobo has been a very, very good player, has been a patriotic and very confident player for Nigeria. So many times he had to actually come down, even despite difficulties, actually come. And even when the Eagles are down at some times, when they are playing some top games, he's always there to actually notch up, score those vital goals for the Super Eagles.
We also hear that, maybe is looking high in a recall.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for Joseph Yobo, he's been playing very well for Fenerbahce. He's been on top of his game. For Osaze Nderege, I don't know where he's going to be fitting in. You remember, we have a whole lot of players in the Super Eagles attack.
I don't even like us talking about Osaze because sometimes it appears as if some of us have a bias. But let's allow Keshi to do his job, and if he feels that the young man deserves a place in the World Cup squad, because you need to take your best players. That's the argument, really. You need to take your best players to the World Cup. And of course, Stephen Keshi feels that Osaze Nderege deserves a place in the World Cup.
The emergence of Amobi and DK.
That's why he's heading the emergence. But let's leave that. Let's go to the continent now. The biggest thing happening this weekend, CAF Confederations Cup. CS Sfaxien and TP Mazembe. CS Sfaxien from the first leg have a 2-0 advantage. And what do you think the pendulum will swing? TP Mazembe are coached by Patrice Carteron, former coach of Mali, and he's been saying that, look, it's not impossible. We can do this.
Yes. He has every right to actually say whatever he feels. But of course, you look at the North African teams, when they are playing away from home and playing in the final of this nature, having a 2-goal advantage.
Experience is always on the side.
Yes.
You know how to get results.
Yes, and
we also know the politics of the game.
Absolutely. And against Mazembe, no doubt, TP Mazembe is a very quality side. They've won the CAF Champions League some couple of times. But against CS Sfaxien in this game, I think
it's going to be a mountain too high.
Yeah, it's going to be a mountain too high for them if they choose. You know how the North Africans tend to adopt this defensive pattern, and when they pack the ball, try to catch their opponent on the counter. I think this might just very good. Once they have their chances, they take it. And you know, I'm not saying TP Mazembe doesn't have a chance, but of course, with the 2-goal advantage, I think CS Sfaxien is home and dry.
Okay, let's leave the continent of Africa now and go to where everybody will want to be. That's by June next year, Brazil. A lot of things happening in Brazil. I mean, things grabbing the headlines, not the positives. Let's look at the stadiums. We hear the stadium in Sao Paulo. The construction may be delayed because of this accident that just happened. But it's not just about this. 6 stadiums need to be completed, and a lot of people are saying that the organizers may not be able to meet up with the deadline set by FIFA?
I think once FIFA has gone to carry out their normal investigation and they are able to be convinced about what they have in place at the moment, I think they will get everything done. It's sad that this actually happened in Sao Paulo. Two people died and one seriously wounded. But of course, this doesn't take away the fact that the Brazilians are actually preparing for the hosting the 2014.
But I'm going to ask you, don't you think that